Another season.
Be a long off season.
Off season?
What do we do in the off season?
Off season?
Relax. We don't stop existing when the season ends.
Yeah, it's not like we live in some fictional town that's part of some elaborate marketing campaign.
What would it even be for? Dr. Pepper?
We're real people. It's not like we're the ice-cold Dr. Pepper guy.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
A game defined by conquerors, passion, grit, determination. A game represented by revolutionaries, players with an unshakable need to be the best. For themselves, for their team, for their future. And it's all amplified here.
Pac-12 men's basketball is brought to you by Pacific Premier Bank, the official bank of the Pac-12. By Jockey, the official apparel and comfort brand of the Pac-12 Conference. Look for Jockey's Made in America collection at jockey.com. And by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef? Late night hoops here in Corvallis. Oregon State again trying to snap that 10-game losing streak, taking on the Nicholls Colonels as we take a look at our starting lineups tonight. First for Oregon State, Xavier Malone-Key has been playing impressively off the bench the last couple games. He will get the nod tonight in the starting lineup. We mentioned Jared Lucas a second ago, a season-high 25 points in the loss on Saturday night against Texas A&M. And Warith Alatishe playing against his former team, spent 2 seasons with the Nicholls Colonels. As we now take a look at their starting lineup, we mentioned Ty Gordon a second ago. Latrell Jones back in the Beaver State, the former University of Portland Pilot, will get the nod tonight. Manny Little's a very impressive rebounder and a physical presence down low for this Colonel squad. He will get the start tonight in absence of Devontae Carter, who is out with COVID. Wayne Tinkle in his 8th season here in Corvallis, 5 winning seasons in his time as Beavers head coach. And we talked to him earlier today during shoot-around. You know, that's the big thing. How do you get these guys to really buy in? How do you overcome this adversity? It's going to be interesting to see how they respond tonight. And on the opposite bench, Austin Clonch in his 4th season in Thibodaux. And what a job he has done. A Southland regular season title a year ago, 1 win away from the big dance, the favorites to win it once again this season. And the big thing is that, and we'll get into it later, he's done it all before the age of 32. An impressive early career for him.
Yeah, Austin's done a tremendous job. And, you know, certainly he said, you know, when I did the schedule, I didn't realize that we scheduled 2 #1 teams. They go from here to play Purdue, and they've already played Baylor. So certainly the schedule is difficult, but he's done a fantastic job for the Colonels. And you know, we said it at the top of the show, Ben. This is going to have to be a solid effort for Oregon State to win. Obviously, they need to get on track. And I think as big a game as they're going to play all year, it's before them tonight. This has to be a solid game. Limit your turnovers, get back on defense, and play exceptionally well in the half court for the Beavers.
Warith Alatishe going to work, tripped up in the paint. Again, going up against his former team to kick off. Deshaun Davis takes it inside, back to Alatishe, lays it up. Good start there from Wayne Tinkle's squad.
Tremendous penetration and a good play by Davis.
Alatishe on the board, and Wayne Tinkle told us earlier today in shoot-around he wanted him to step up a little bit. Hasn't really been a factor offensively over the last couple of games after getting off to a solid start to start off the regular season as Malone-Key climbs the ladder for that rebound off the miss from Pierce Spencer. Malone-Key, they go back down to Alatishe in the block. This time falls away, had it partially rejected by Manny Littles. Again, showing how strong of a presence he is down low. Roman Silva can't finish down low.
Yeah, you have to finish those. Another very good pass by Davis. And of course, Silva with the tendonitis, you know, we just can't get up. That's one you got to put home.
Right now, averaging about 12 minutes per game. It's really been hindering him. Littles, the hesitation move. Nice move off the glass.
Well, here's what you notice about Nicholls. They want fast tempo. They want to shoot it within about 20 seconds of the 30-second shot clock. They want to play the game in the 80s if they can, and they're going to try to jump switch, and they're going to try to do some solid things defensively. There you go. How do you like it? Wow.
Talked about it a second ago. He's been feeling it the last couple of games. Jared Lucas from downtown.
Yeah. He didn't have a whole lot of room. I want to
No.
tell you when he shot that one.
Well, it's not surprising. We've seen him hit tougher shots than that throughout his time here in Corvallis. 5-2 Beaver lead here in the opening minutes. Trying to go back door to Jones, knocked out of bounds by Alatuche.
Well, you see why Lucas has been really hot of late. Here's what he can do. I mean, you got to get up on him because once he squares his shoulders and gets a great look, you know, he's going to put it home. So he's shooting over 50% in his last 3 games from 3.
5th in the conference in threes per game at 2.5 per contest so far. Yeah, you talk about that Nicholls team on average. They take only about 15 seconds off the shot clock offensively. Silva, the spin, but he gets called for the travel as he shuffled his feet down on the block.
Well, you have to say, in the early going, Oregon State's playing good defense. They have had a quality shot every time down. So, at least at the start of this game, it's been positive.
As Alatiche wraps around Littles. And the one thing I noticed kind of during warm-ups and, you know, watching this Oregon State team the last couple of weeks, they had a lot of energy. There was a lot of enthusiasm, and that's one thing Wayne Tinkle has really harped on the last couple of games is, hey, we need that consistent energy. We can't get too down on ourselves like we mentioned early on as Ty Gordon's 3 rattles in and out. Davis, the crossover. Alatiche takes into the paint, bodies up again, and he goes off the glass. Good start for Alatiche.
Saw Alatiche so much last year. I thought for his size, he was one of the best rebounders in the country, Alatiche. I mean, he can get up and do some damage on the glass. And when he gives you offense, that's a real plus.
That one clanks off the iron. Pierce Spencer with the rebound. One of the top rebounders for his Nicholls squad. Transition 3 on the way from Jones. As Raiji Lyons was able to back tap it. Ty Gordon tries a 3 and knocks it down. Ty Gordon with his first points of the night. And we talked about it a second ago with Jared Lucas. I mean, you just look what Ty Gordon has been able to do. Over the last 6 starts, averaging 25 points per game, 46% from downtown, 50% from the floor. He is just on an absolute tear offensively.
Probably has a pretty good chance to be the most valuable player in the Southland Conference. What do you think?
Oh, no, I mean, considering he's already won it, the Player of the Week honor 3 times already.
Yeah, he steals it again.
There you go.
Now, I'll tell you what, you better get up on him. He made one from the outside. He may be looking to shoot it quick again.
He is not afraid to let it fly from wherever. Trying to get it down to Littles, back out to Pierce Spencer. 7-5 Beaver lead. Trying to knife through the defense into the hands of Latrell Jones. Gordon lets it fly again from deep. That time short. Littles skies with a rebound. Had it blocked. Second chance effort. Falls away with the hook. And Alatiche gets the rebound. Here's Deshaun Davis. Averaging 7 assists per contest over the last couple of games as he takes it away, goes right in with the left.
How about Davis?
Well, I mentioned his offensive game, tremendous on the defensive end as well, we've seen throughout this season.
Well, one thing you'll recognize about Davis, he likes to control the ball, and he will steal the ball. So you have to be cautious when he's guarding you.
Averaging over a steal per contest so far. Lyons, not a strong 3-point shooter, off on that one.
It's the kind of shot Oregon State wants Lyons to take. Not that he can't make it, but I think that helps the Beavers there. Now can't do well. There you go. How do you? This guy Davis is like all over the floor. I mean, this guy Davis is just got scored. He's like stealing the ball. He's like running the offense. He's like doing everything. I mean, here he goes. Here goes Davis. Let's just run it down. Does this one go? No. But what does he do? He steals it. He gets it back. He scores again. So how do you like it? Davis has been tremendous in the early going.
I'm Wayne Tinkle, head coach for Oregon State men's basketball, and you're watching Pac-12 Oregon.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself,
A rich life is about more than just money. That's why at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, so you can build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
Let me light the counter, cause mama, I'm so hot to hell and I, yes I am.
When you're celebrating, keeping your devices safe and sound isn't always easy. Add affordable protection to the devices that connect us. Walmart Protection Plans by Allstate.
Look at this guy. He's really working hard. You know what he'll get? Muscle pain. You know what he should get? Advil. Pain says you can't. Advil says you can.
Beavers out to a hot start offensively, 63% as opposed to 20% for the Nicholls Colonels here in the first couple minutes of this ball game. Oregon State up by 6, and Nicholls from Thibodaux, Louisiana, made the long trek up here to Corvallis. Pretty small school of 6,500, and they play in the Southland Conference. We mentioned it before. The preseason favorite to win it after coming just one game shy of winning the championship and going to the NCAA tournament last year. And you see Austin Claunch there again, trying to rally his troops out of this slow offensive start. We mentioned a second ago, 2 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 7 from three-point land. Oregon State's defense has been doing well against a really strong three-point shooting offense in Nicholls so far.
Well, you got to get up on the three, and that's what they've done. Now, this is very good penetration here by Gordon.
Spencer takes it all inside. Rejected by Alatisha. He's been all over the floor so far. Davis, the lob. Alatisha on the other end with the finish.
Now this guy Davis, tremendous block, transition to the score. Davis has 2 steals, 3 assists. He's got a couple of points, but what a textbook, beautiful fast break.
And that was actually Xavier Malone key with that nice connection up there as he gets the rebound on the other end. Now to Alatisha. The spin, the move down low, that one rolled around the rim. Roman Silva had the offensive rebound, but had it taken away by Pierce Spencer. Quick pull up from Spencer, way short, gets his own rebound. And Ryan Maxwell getting the offensive board. A couple of offensive rebounds here for the Colonels.
Well, they got a chance.
Caleb Huffman right there to swipe it away. Quick pull-up.
Well, it's been what you call a very cold start for the Colonels. I mean, those are shots. Those are shots I'm sure that Austin Claunch says we normally make. Dictate the tempo now. You got to run your motion and be patient. If you're Oregon State.
Lucas, another tough follow away with a hand in his face. Silva, the offensive rebound, using all 7'1" to hook it in.
You know what I like about Silva when he gets the rebound? If you notice on that last offensive rebound, he keeps the ball above his shoulders. He doesn't bring it down where a defender can grab it. That was really a textbook offensive rebound and score.
As Gordon gets fouled on the other end.
Nothing better than a block shot when you turn defense into offense. I mean, this is what it's all about. Here's a great shot block, certainly by Alatisha, then the lob and the score at the other end of the floor by Xavier Malone Key, and a great pass by Davis. So that's how it's done, and I'm sure Wayne Tickle loves that.
10-point Oregon State lead. Ty Gordon at the stripe as he snaps an 8-0 Beaver run. A couple of substitutions here for both teams. For Oregon State, Dexter Akano, Glenn Taylor Jr., as well as Maurice Kalu checking into the ballgame. And Kalu is a guy that you've been really high on.
Well, I like Kalu. He's another guy that's had tendonitis. He had COVID issues. He hasn't been 100%, ready to go. But I do feel he's a pivotal player for the Beavers. Obviously came up huge in the NCAA tournament last year, and he's someone when he comes in, he's not. No, he turned it over there. You got to be a little bit more productive than that. Gordon.
Able to beat Jared Lucas to the rack.
Gordon's a powerhouse, isn't he, when he goes to the rim?
Leading the way with 7 so far for Nicholls. Lou, he can knock it down from deep. Instead goes to Dexter Akano. Will stay with Oregon State.
Well, this is what Ty Gordon could do. I mean, he's got great hands, takes it away from Lucas, and, you know, goes end to end for an easy drop. And you can ill afford to let that happen. That happened in the Texas A&M game. I really thought Oregon State had an opportunity to stay close in that one, but unforced turnovers and forced turnovers, and all of a sudden, you know, Texas A&M some easy scores and widen the lead, and the Beavs just could not come back.
Yeah, that's the one thing Wayne Tinkle really harped on following Saturday's loss is we really got to keep valuing the basketball offensively. Lucas, another pull-up. Lucas now at 5.
Automatic when he gets a great look.
Back into the hands of Gordon, a fall away, but pushed off.
Well, here you get a great look at Jared Lucas, and when he comes off a screen and he has an opportunity to square up here, you know, he's going to make that more times than not. Good half-court offense by Oregon State.
Okay, Davey, good game.
Gonna be on tonight?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, see you later.
Pass it! Pass it! Yes! You want to play one more after this?
Yeah, one more.
Got him! Yeah! Oi! Keep it down!
No, you keep it down.
Sorry, neighbors.
I can't stand mine either.
Take a look at this. In the modern age, you've got your disruptors and your heavy hitters. Yes, we're all winners within the Conference of Champions. But at the end of the day, between the countdown of the shot clock and the surge of the smack talk, in the midst of all the crossover, there's only one team that can be on top. Only one way that the story ends. So who you got?
On the season finale of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Another season almost in the books.
Yep, it's gonna be a long off season.
Off season?
What do we do in the off season?
Off season?
Relax. We don't stop existing when the season ends.
Yeah, it's not like we live in some fictional town that's part of some elaborate marketing campaign.
What would it even be for? Dr. Pepper?
We're real people. It's not like we're the ice cold Dr. Pepper guy.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Time now for our Pac-12 Player of the Week presented by Nextiva. Chavez Goodwin out of USC. Boy, what a week he had. Averaged 18 points per game on 60% shooting, along with 7 rebounds and a block and a half of a pair of victories to help USC improve to 12-0. Registered a team-high 23 points, the most of his USC career in that 66-61 victory over UC Irvine on last Wednesday. Obviously, the job that Andy Enfield has done down at USC. Obviously, UCLA has been remarkable. Arizona, I mean, I think that Tommy Lloyd hire is pretty good right now.
Yeah, it sure is. And you look at all the great teams in the Pac-12, and you know, congratulations to Andy Enfield. I think he has done a magnificent job at USC. I knew they would be good this year. I didn't think they would be this good. They're a very good basketball team, and they're going to be a hard team to beat. So is Arizona for that, and so is UCLA for that matter. There's some pretty good teams in this league.
No question about that. Turnover on Oregon State. And, you know, looking at the stats right now, Nicholls shooting 19%, 11% from downtown. And offensively, I mean, aside from Ty Gordon, nobody else has really done anything offensively for the Colonels so far.
Yeah, one final thought on USC. Chavez Goodwin's a fabulous player, but they have about 8 or 9 guys that are really good. That's why they're undefeated.
And Kalu called for the offensive foul.
Little window here for the Colonels to get right back in the game. This is a time you have to be under control going to the rim. And Gordon was there. It's a good call by the official.
And for Nicholls, is it just the fact that the shots aren't falling, or are the Beavers really elevated defensively so far?
I think it's a little bit of both, Ben. I think the Beavers are cognizant of the fact that this is a fantastic perimeter shooting team, and they're right up on it. But the Colonels have missed some shots that they normally make. That's a nice backdoor cut. They just didn't get it.
Caleb Hoffman not able to finish with the left. O'Connor taking it inside. Hands, count it, and one. Nice move down there by O'Connor to slash inside.
Yeah, you bet. A tremendous move by O'Connor. And the most important guy on the floor when you're playing defense is guard the ball. And that time, I think the Colonels forgot to guard the ball because they left O'Connor. Even though he's not your man, you got to stop him.
And that's what O'Connor likes to do. Offensively, likes to get into the paint and makes plays. Although he says defense has been his bread and butter as he can't complete the three-point play.
You better jump out on this guy, Gordon, whenever he gets it. Put two guys on him.
Out of the reach of Latrell Jones. Turnover on Nicholls. That's number 5 on the Colonels.
I would think the mindset for Oregon State against Gordon is force anybody else to shoot the ball but him.
You would imagine.
Anybody. So even if you got to jump two players at him, you do. That's a long one. Good go.
Ball's right into the hands of Glenn Taylor Jr. and now he gets a chance for a three-point play.
Well, Glenn Taylor does a very nice job of just being there, and of course he does a great job of finishing. And Coach Nicholls, he's shuffling the deck. He's got a lot of guys. He's moving in and out. I think he's trying to find the right rotation.
And you see the numbers there for Glenn Taylor Jr. 4-star recruit out of Arizona Compass Prep. He's ranked the 22nd best small forward in the nation as he does complete the three-point play.
Now a press. And this is something that certainly Oregon State did against Texas A&M. Now A&M did a good job of breaking the press and going right to the rim. Now you have to be under control. A little token pressure. They drop back and just try to slow the Colonels down.
Hands it off to Gordon.
Can't leave him.
The kick out. Spencer rolling low from the corner.
Yeah, Spencer's had a rough start.
This is coming after a game that he really shined against Mississippi Valley State. He had 14 points in that one. Kalu thought about the jumper. Said we'll bring it out and actually fire it from just inside the arc. And we'll get an offensive foul in Oregon State.
Got to get Glenn Taylor with a push inside.
Under the 15th foul on OSU. Manny Littles will come back in for Nicholls, and Warith Alatishe will check back in for the Beavers.
Just can't keep Alatishe out too long. I mean, if he's not in foul jeopardy, he's too valuable. He's such a magnificent rebounder and scorer around the rim. And he can defend.
6.5 rebounds per game, and right now 7th in the Pac-12 in blocks. They're just over a block per contest so far. Here's Spencer, and Latrell Jones just went right through his hands.
And let's face it, Ben, Alatishe's got to be super motivated playing against the team that he used to play for a couple of years ago.
Well, obviously, I talked to Austin Claunch about that earlier this morning, and the thing that the Colonels head man told me was obviously he really was disappointed that the forward decided to move on to Oregon State, but still loves him as a player. Not only that, but as a person. Nice take inside by Isaiah Johnson.
Well, the Beavers are playing exceptional basketball here in the first half. They're going to the rim. They're defending on the outside. Well, they're going to see if they can get a charge the other way. No call. I thought maybe there was a little bit of contact.
Officials let them play, and a nice move by Raji Lyons. Just under 8.5 to play here in the first. Oregon State with an 11-point lead. Johnson, nice feed to Taylor.
Well, this has been a clinic on interior passing. How many passes around the rim has Oregon State been able to be successful? I mean, they really have tremendous peripheral vision, and they're scoring right around the basket.
Oregon State does have the size advantage over Nicholls, and they've kind of been using that so far.
Yeah, they sure have. Yeah, they've taken advantage of it.
Jones from way downtown. Johnson the rebound. By the way, this 13-point lead, the largest lead of the season for Oregon State. The previous largest lead was the first game of the season against Portland State, and they had an 11-point lead in that win. Gordon, step back baseline jumper. That one not even close, but here's Spencer getting the offensive rebound. Zips it down low to Littles, and a turnover. And Glenn Taylor off to a solid start here in the first half. A couple of buckets. Some good performances so far in the early part of his Oregon State career, with the Beavs up 13.
This is called momentum. And there's no off season, just work that builds on itself over and over and over again. Because the only way is through.
Ray loves vacations, but his diabetes never seemed to take one. Everything felt like a no. Everything. But then Ray went from no to no. With Freestyle Libre 2, now he knows his glucose levels when he needs to and when he wants to. So Ray can be Ray. Take the mystery out of your glucose levels and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free. Visit freestylelibre.us.
Now, more than ever, it is important to take a time out for mental health.
Be mindful of your thoughts throughout the day.
Embrace what you can control.
Share how you are feeling with others.
Know that wins and losses do not define you.
And remember, help is always available.
Take a time out for mental health and join us, the ACC,
the Big Ten,
and the Pac-12 in supporting our student athletes,
our families,
and our fans in making mental health a priority.
Thank you.
Time now for Allegiant Airlines Together We Fly. And how about this connection from Deshaun Davis to Dexter Malone-Key?
Yeah, you can't do it any better than that. Deshaun Davis with the high lob and Malone-Key with the beautiful finish.
And again, the Beavers, tremendous offensively so far. 63%, 12 of 19. Haven't taken a lot of three-pointers, but if you're making it from inside the arc, you can't complain one bit.
Well, they're getting a lot of layups. I mean, because of their interior passing, I mean, you look at what Nicholls does for the year and what they're doing here tonight. I mean, that's a long way from almost 50% shooting. They're up 23%. So, you know, it's been good defense by Oregon State, and the Colonels have missed some open shots. Now, this is a time for Davis to set the offense. Let's run their motion. This penetration has worked the whole game.
Calls another connection from Davis to Malone-Key. This time for a three-pointer, as it will stay with Oregon State.
Shot clock.
Shot clock at 5. And Malone-Key gets bumped. And that's going to be the second personal on Raji Lyons.
Not a good foul by Raji Lyons. I think the idea was good. This is certainly the right thing to do to jump out, but you can't bail the offensive player out by making a little bit of contact, because the shot clock was down to about 3.
Lyons has been a guy who has been known to struggle with foul trouble, and you really need a guy like that who has such a big presence down low. Davis, tough ball with a hand in his face, able to drain that one. Davis now with 4. Again, what a gift for Wayne Tinkle and his Oregon State staff and Deshaun Davis, the 7th-ranked junior college prospect in the nation.
Solid move by Littles that time. You know, he's another guy that can take it strong to the rack. Got to control the tempo now if you're Oregon State. You have the lead. Get your half court going. Run your sets. Be patient. Good shots will happen.
Malone Key off the heel, and Ty Gordon skies for that rebound. He's out and running. Gordon to the corner. Jalen White for 3. That one halfway down.
I'll say this, the Colonels have had a lot of in and outs. They've had a few that have gone all the way down and just they won't fall.
Luck just hasn't been on their side so far. 1 of 12 from downtown right now for Nicholls, 8%. For a team who really likes to let it fly from deep. Isaiah Johnson bodying up down low with the left.
I think it's a little bit of a coming out party for Isaiah Johnson. I mean, he has certainly got some moves right around the rack, and he does a nice job with his footwork. Oh, they're going to go the other way.
And he draws the charge on the offensive end. Good plays on both ends.
Well, you look at Isaiah Johnson, and he does get in front. So you do a good job of getting in front that time as Maxwell runs him over. This is the kind of thing you have to do if you're Oregon State. What's been their problem? Transition defense, which much better tonight. Much better than they had against Texas A&M. Too many turnovers. Now, they still have like 7, 8 turnovers here in the first half. They got to cut that down. But they're defending. And I think that's what's carried Oregon State so far in the first half.
Yeah, that's what Wayne Tinkle really harped to us earlier today. So we'll go the other way on another offensive foul. Improved transition defense. You mentioned that. Oregon State, even though they do have 7 turnovers, only 4 points off of those. Now 8 turnovers for Oregon State. So they're doing well in that regard right now.
Always one of my pet peeves in basketball. If you're setting a screen, be stationary. If you're moving and a defender hits you, it's your foul. And that's a turnover for the Beavers. It's a lost opportunity at the offensive end. Good defense here against Gordon.
Wow, Gordon dancing.
Boy, that's the way you D it. D it up, Davis.
Littles almost had the offensive rebound, but again, Deshaun Davis showing how strong of an offensive or defensive player he is for Oregon State. Lucas off on that triple. Johnson able to sky in and get that one, and Davis will reset the offense for OSU.
Beavers much quicker to the ball than the Colonels tonight. I mean, they're just like getting every loose ball.
Well, what did Wayne Tinkle tell us earlier today? You can be like Dennis Rodman and just go get the dang ball. Alatiche for 3.
Now, there's not many Dennis Rodmans rolling around in college basketball, but the point's well taken.
I was going to say, you get the point,
out,
though.
Just go get it.
Here's Gordon with 7 points, 2 of 7 shooting. Littles faces the double team, still goes to work in the paint, tries to maneuver his way, and draws the foul. He'll get 2.
Did you notice that time, Ben, when Gordon came off the screen at the top of the key, what happened? Oregon State put 2 players around him and forced them to give up the ball. Have to continue to do that. So and he made the pass inside. Now Littles is a good interior player, but it's better than, Gordon with a wide open jumper from 3, or letting him turn the corner and drive all the way to the rim and possibly score and pick up a foul.
Isaiah Johnson comes out and he gets a well-deserved applause from the Beaver faithful. And Trey Williams will come in for Oregon State. Yeah, like you mentioned, Manny Littles, a very impressive rebounder, the second best rebounder on this Nicholls team, obviously playing without Emmanuel Little, their top rebounder due to undisclosed reasons, but he's been known as a big rebounder throughout his entire career, especially when he was at North Alabama, was one of the top rebounders in the A-Sun for a couple seasons, and obviously continuing to bring that production to Thibodeau. Davis takes it baseline. The lob over to Silva and out of the reach of the 7'1" big man. Another Oregon State turnover, now number 9. Maxwell down low. That was probably the first time tonight we've seen poor transition defense from Oregon State.
And what happened right away is a timeout Oregon State. So not only did they save it in the corner, great job by the Colonels to get it down for an easy score.
When faced with a challenge, it's good to remember how you've overcome them before. Range Rover Sport, driven to another level.
I don't know how it's come to this.
Representing the United States of America.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful.
A rich life is about more than just money. That's why at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, so you can build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
Point Oregon State lead, and Dan, one big point of emphasis tonight for Oregon State. They're doing an excellent job down low. They got the size advantage over Nicholls, and they've really been showing it so far down low.
Yeah, they really have, and I thought Alatiche was really big in the first part of the first half. Davis did a great job lobbing the ball inside to Malone Key. So this has been really effective for Oregon State. And when you get 22, you're 32 points right around the rim. I mean, that's very impressive. Here's another one, by the way.
There you go, Alatiche down low. Alatiche now leading the way for the Beavers with 6. Against his former club, and Davis once again checks the rear view mirror, finds the trailing Silva. Lucas, quick trigger 3.
So that's what happened when you initiated the three-point shot. You pass up a 2-point layup, and then you throw it back out, but at least you got Lucas shooting the 3, who's usually automatic.
And now he has the Beaver lead with 8. Largest lead of the night now for Oregon State, 35-18. Jalen White answers with a triple of his own. The transfer out of Ohio.
Colonels needed that one, for sure. May get him going a little bit.
Only played in 10 games for the Bobcats last season. Here's Lucas with 8, 2 of 3 from downtown here in the first half. Down low to Silva, faces the double team, and he draws the foul. And again, we talked about Roman Silva earlier in this broadcast, as that's going to be the second on Ryan Maxwell. But, you know, Wayne Tinkle told us earlier today, and, you know, Silva, we mentioned it with that knee tendonitis, and, you know, following that tremendous performance in the NCAA tournament against Tennessee, Silva really worked really hard in the gym. You notice him, he's really slimmed up, but, you know, you feel for him. You know, he's had to deal with this knee tendonitis, and he had such high hopes for this upcoming season. And again, you feel bad for him because he put in so much work, and this lingering injury continues to hamper him.
Yeah, it's too bad. You're right. He lost a lot of weight and tendonitis. He can't jump very well. And you know the other thing, losing Rodrigo Andela, you know that's a huge loss for Oregon State.
Time now for Nextiva Team Talk. When you need to talk with your team, always use Nextiva. All right, take me into the huddle. What are they saying here, Dan?
Well, I think if you're Wayne Tinkle right now, you're telling your guys, look, 14-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Let's D it up and let's run our offense and be patient and not give the Colonels anything easy. If they're going to make shots, force someone other than Gordon to shoot it. But when we're on offense, let's get the ball inside. Go ahead, use your penetration, but do not turn the ball over. And I think the Beavers will be in good shape.
Here's a big thing, too. We've seen it from Oregon State. They played those 15 to 17-minute spurts where it feels like they can play with anybody in the entire country. But the big question is, how do you sustain that for an entire 20 minutes?
Well, remember this. Last year, Ethan Thompson, certainly the glue to this team.
Right.
You know, a terrific all-around player. And how about Zach Reichel?
Oh.
Now, both of these guys learned from Trey Tinkle the year before how to win. So you learn how to win, and you do it. So this is a team that has to adopt, has to learn, has to work at practice, has to stay positive, and look to close games, especially from the free throw line, because that's where you're going to do it at the end of the game if it's close.
Trey Tinkle learned that from Gary Payton II, so it's just continuous.
By the way, he's playing great for the
he's
Warriors.
been fantastic.
He's really done a nice job for Golden State. Well, don't look now, but the Colonels, I mean, they're down 12. They were down more than that. And if you're the Beavers, let's finish the last minute 41 positively. Get to the line, get your defense set. Let's not give them anything easy, but continue to be proactive at the offensive end.
Yeah, largest lead so far of this first half is 17. Is Trey Williams at the stripe for a 1-and-1.
Oh!
Offensive rebound, Alatiche. Triple team trying to get out of that one. Kicks it out to Jared Lucas. Off the pump fake. Pulls up. Rattles it in. As Lucas is the first Beaver in double figures tonight with 10.
Again, who gives him the second effort? It's Alatiche.
Regarded as a highly great offensive rebounder, but once again, you see the tremendous play of Ty Gordon just attack the paint and laid it in. And Gordon leading the way with 9 points for Nicholls. Lucas gets the screen, fires the three, count it, and one. Jared Lucas feeling it over the last couple games. Gets a chance for a 4-point play.
I would say feeling it with a capital F. I mean, he's like, this is not an easy shot. He's coming off a screen here, and he's fading away. Not only that, he gets fouled, and this is a big-time shot. I mean, no doubt about it. That we said at the top of the show, he was 12 out of his last 24 from three-point range, and he's kind of picked that pace up tonight.
By the way, the second foul on Pierce Spencer as Lucas completes the 4-point play. 14 points, 3 of 4 from downtown in this first half for Lucas.
Not too bad.
No.
16 of 28.
To say he's had a good
15,
night is probably an understatement.
15 of 28. 15 of, got to get my math right. 15 of 28 over his last 3.
And again, like you said, Oregon State, they got to play good defense here. You want to go in the locker room carrying over that momentum from this strong first half from Wayne Tinkle's squad.
Davis did a great job. You know what
turnover.
You know what Davis did that time? Davis face guarded Gordon. He face guarded him and wouldn't let him have the ball. And Davis, I thought, was a big key to that turnover because they were trying to get Gordon the ball, but he just wouldn't let it happen. Great play by Davis.
Takes a lot of pride in being a distributor as well as a disruptor, both offensively and defensively. About a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. DeLue in the paint. And Williams traveled with it. Oregon State has made their last 4 field goals. 62 38% is the best shooting half of the season so far for Oregon State. If they can keep that percentage here.
Well, you know it's going to be Gordon if you're the Colonels. So Davis again, face guard him, don't let him have it. Oh, he touched it now. Here we go.
Gordon from way downtown. Off the heel, Alatiche with the board. Oregon State with a chance. Williams tried to track it down. And that will end the first half. A desperate heat won't count. But a strong first half from Wayne Nicholls' squad. A 41-25 lead for Oregon State, shooting 62% from the floor. Jared Lucas with a strong first 20 minutes. Halftime here at Gill Coliseum as the Beavers have a 16-point lead. Halftime coming up here from Corvallis.
Hey, I'm going to get some snacks.
Okay.
Oh, please don't leave me again.
Gene, I said I was sorry.
You drove away and left me at the station for 3 hours.
I came back. Gene always comes back.
Yep. Okay.
That's what you should be focusing on. I came back.
Right.
Because we keep talking about me leaving. Let's start talking about me coming back.
Yep. Okay. Going to get some snack nuts. Don't drive away.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I almost did it again.
Oh, I saw that.
I'll stay right here.
Okay, Davey, good game. You gonna be on tonight?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, see you later.
Pass it! Pass it!
Yes! You wanna play one more after this?
Yeah, one more. Got him!
Oi! Keep it down!
No, you keep it down!
Sorry, neighbors.
I can't stand mine either.
This is called momentum. And there's no off-season. It's work that builds on itself. Over and over and over again. No perfect scenario, no perfect conditions, just a continuous journey of improvement. Through training, through competing, through recovery. Because the only way is through.
Welcome back to Corvallis. It is halftime between Nicholls and Oregon State. It's now time to send you on a tour of the beautiful basketball facilities here at Oregon State. And really, there's no better tour guide than head coach Wayne Nicholls.
Hey, B fans, welcome to Pac-12 Tailgate. Come on into the office. I've got Jared Lucas. We're about to go over some things here, and we want to show off our beautiful basketball center here in Corvallis. Come on in. A lot of people ask, what's the OSU 14? It's one of my all-time favorite numbers, but really it signifies the year that I got here at OSU, 2014. You see the two GPs up there, GP1 and GP2. Thrilled with Gary II and his opportunities with the Warriors. Over on this side of the wall, Tinkle time. It's action photos from both mine and my wife's career, and then our kids' pictures. Jocelyn at Stanford, Trace here, then Ellie at Gonzaga.
So the pictures being in black and white, you know, I might add a couple of years, but if I had to take a guess, maybe 1980, 70, 80, sometime around there.
70?
80, probably 80, sometime around 80.
Yeah, like 88, 89.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Kind of close, but.
We just changed this graphic. This is really what our program stands for in a nutshell. You earn what you get. Ultimately here, our trophy case. And our crew really did a good job of celebrating the Pac-12 tournament championship. You see the trophy there, but then also our run to the Elite Eight. This is actual true confetti dropped out of the ceilings after we cut the nets down. All right, so here you see we've got our little viewing deck here. What an incredible view. You look out over campus here, you got the beautiful colors. An easy place to come and get motivated.
Yeah, Coach mentioned it, but we're, I guess, kind of spoiled to it sometimes when you have a view like this, day in and day out. You're able to kind of work hard, and it's definitely the best view in the country.
And it's good to see we got a couple of our guys working on their jumpers down here, huh? You guys, can you make a half quarter for us, or is that out of the question?
Half quarter?
Do I need to come down there and show you how to do it?
Oh, you coming down for it?
Gianni Hunt, Big Roman Silva. Jared, looks like our guys need a little advice down there on the court. Let's go show them how it's done.
We got to show them how it's done, Coach.
What do you guys think when you look up at that every day you walk in here?
The experience we had. The whole experience, I tell people all the time, that's the most fun I had in my basketball career so far. So I take everything, and it's all a bottle of joy for me, honestly.
How about you, Ron?
I can't look at it and not think like it's a job not finished, you know? That's what I look at it as.
That's a fact.
You know?
I like that one.
You can't and not look at this poster and not look at Ethan. But besides that, you know, these guys.
You would have preferred if you were the one up front.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Ethan did a great job leading us, but you know, these guys mentioned it. You know, job not finished.
Let me know if you need Big Dog to step in and show you how it's done. I am 1 for 1.
All right, if I hit this first one, you guys are done now.
Yeah. Oh, we're stepping up. First take.
That
feels good.
Gotta be.
Oh,
that's pretty good for the first one.
Maybe go this way, Coach.
way?
Maybe go this way. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Money.
Show these young guys how to do it.
I'm feeling it. Hey.
God, it feels off, like twisting.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
J Money. There we go.
Let's go home, baby.
First take.
Jared Lucas capping off the tour by showing Coach Tinkle how it's done from long range. Not surprising from the sharpshooter. Halftime rolls on from Corvallis. We'll get you set for tomorrow's Pac-12 action coming up on the other side.
Advil Dual Action fights pain 2 ways. It's the first and only FDA-approved combination of Advil plus acetaminophen. Advil targets pain. Acetaminophen blocks it. Advil Dual Action. Fast pain relief that lasts 8 hours.
Season finale of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Another season almost in the books.
Yep, it's gonna be a long off season.
Off season?
What do we do in the off season?
Off season?
Relax. We don't stop existing when the season ends.
Yeah, it's not like we live in some fictional town that's part of some elaborate marketing campaign.
What would it even be for? Dr. Pepper?
We're real people. It's not like we're the ice cold Dr. Pepper guy.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
It's a crisis that's changed us. COVID-19 has impacted our health, our economy, and the way we live.
The universities of the Pac-12 were built to solve complex problems.
We lead the nation in tracking the virus. We've been at the forefront of developing safe vaccines.
As the country recovers, we are working for a new, better normal.
The universities of the Pac-12, together for brighter futures.
A 16-point Beaver lead here at the break over Nicholls. A solid offensive start for Wayne Tinkle's squad. Well, don't forget, Wednesday, it's a double scoop of men's hoops before the holiday break. First at 3, Cal tips off against the University of Pacific. Then at 5, it's Washington State and Boise State. That's going to be a good one from Spokane. Coverage begins Wednesday at 3 p.m. on Pac-12 Network, or download and stream each game live with Pac-12 Now. Some good Christmas sweaters here inside Gill Coliseum. The Beaver fans sure to be loving all of these connections, especially from this one. Beavers up by 16 more after the break.
You want
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
I see trays of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
A rich life is about more than just money. That's why at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, so you can build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
Protect it today, enjoy it for years with Walmart Protection Plans by Allstate.
In the Pac-12, we celebrate our victories like everyone else, with banners hung for titles won. But we also pay tribute to the victories that don't come with banners. The progressive spirit that distinguishes our student athletes, faculty, and fans from all others. This is who we are. It's the X factor that unites all Pac-12 universities. Pac-12, the Conference of Champions.
Our journey at Continental has taken us down many roads. And when we first started, they weren't even paved. For more than 150 years, we've worked hard to earn your trust. From the trail to the racetrack and beyond. The Continental mark in all its forms stands for confidence. Confidence you trust. Continental Tire.
And talk about the amount of explosive plays these two made during their careers here in Corvallis. As Oregon State has a 16-point lead over Nicholls here at the break inside Gill Coliseum as we welcome you back courtside. Ben Creighton, Dan Bellamy joining me. And I think we're both in agreement that was probably the best half of basketball we've seen from Oregon State this season.
Well, it has to be, Ben. And here's what happened in the first half. Certainly Oregon State defended well. Nicholls averages 81 a game. They got 25 at halftime. The other thing that happened was the Beavers were able to penetrate and score around the rim, so they got a lot of easy shots. And then there's Jared Lucas.
He's had a pretty decent night.
Pretty decent night. Yeah, I'd say real decent. Lucas from deep. I mean, he just missed one shot in the first half. He was 6 of 7. He's got 14. You know, he's made them from all over the floor, but he specializes. This was a great shot here. Falling down, he got fouled, a 4-point play. And I thought, really, Oregon State did a decent job on Ty Gordon. Gordon, here's what he does. He certainly can rebound and finish plays, but he's only 3 of 8 from the floor. And, you know, that's not enough for the Colonels to win. But you see Gordon's got great ability. So you hold the team to 32%, 2 for 14 from 3. Points in the paint, 24-14. The turnovers, I'm sure Wayne Tinkle's not happy about. 11 is too many in the first half. But other than that, it has to be the best half of basketball for Oregon State so far.
Yeah, the shooting percentage for Nicholls is what stands out to me the most. This is a team who's first in the Southland, shooting 48%. We'll see if the Beavers can keep this up and snap that 10-game skid. Second half action coming up here from Gill.
We're all winners within the Conference of Champions. But at the end of the day, there's only one team that can be on top. So who you got?
We'll make this simple. It's time to go and get rewarded for it. Save up to 25 cents per gallon of fuel with the My 76 app. That's right, up to 25 cents per gallon of fuel. That means for every fill-up, you're saving money for your next adventure. That's a reward that keeps on going. The app is safe and secure. Plus, mobile pay offers fewer touch points during payment, so you can focus on going and saving. Download and start saving with the My 76 app, so you can save more to go more. 76, we're on the driver's side.
Okay, Davey, good game. Gonna be on tonight?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, see you later.
Pass it! Pass it!
Yes! You wanna play one more after this?
Yeah, one more. Got him!
Yeah! Oi! Keep it down!
No, you keep it down!
Sorry, neighbors.
I can't stand mine either.
This is called momentum. And there's no off season. It's work that builds on itself over and over and over again. Because the only way is through.
Oregon State looking to have a big second half as well, up by 16. And these first couple of minutes, in my opinion, are going to be absolutely crucial for Oregon State. We've seen it a couple times where, you know, they come out kind of lackadaisical in the second half and let teams kind of back in. But, you know, you got to keep, what's the old expression? You got to keep pedal to the metal and really keep going if you're Oregon State.
Well, I don't think there's any question. I think that's a good call by you. And conversely, if you're the Colonels of Nicholls, this is your opportunity to get back in the game. You got to start strong, and you have to make a few perimeter shots in order to put some pressure on the Beavers.
That's not going to help the Colonels. Offensive foul on the first possession. And, you know, we talked about Ty Gordon, 9 points, Manny Littles with 7, but Gordon's got to get going, and he's got to have some help offensively if they want to cut into this deficit here in the second.
So remember, what worked in the first half for Oregon State? It was their half-court offense, ability to get the ball inside, put some touches on the ball. Alatiche very strong. I'm surprised he missed it.
Strong take there. And the Colonels out and running. Alatiche finally able to get back. Latrell Jones left wide open in the corner. That one off the front iron, and will stay here. Latrell Jones, by the way, playing in his second straight season where he's played a game here at Gill Coliseum. Of course, was with the Portland Pilots last season, was part of that team that came here to Gill and beat Oregon State during the non-conference season last year. With 7 points in that win for UP. There's Jones down low amongst the trees, able to go off the window.
Raji Lyons with the pass. I thought the big guy that time just put it on the deck. Well executed by Nicholls on the out-of-bounds play.
By the way, that's his first bucket of the night.
Well,
for a guy who averages just under 10 per game.
Well, somebody besides Gordon and Little have to score. I mean, for the Colonels to get back in. Another block.
There's protection there from Lyons. And the Colonels once again running up ahead. And Lucas able to poke it away. But again, we've seen it this entire night. Oregon State's transition defense has been a lot better tonight as opposed to the last couple games.
Well, here's the interior defense. And Raji Lyons again with the block, and the Colonels could not capitalize. I thought Gordon got a great look.
5 assists and 4 points so far for Deshaun Davis. Had that one blocked, and Silva gets a chance for a three-point play.
Well, this is perfect execution for Oregon State. I thought really they did a beautiful job to get the ball to Alatiche, and Alatiche couldn't put it home. Here's the pass again by Davis, but Silva right place at the right time. And that's what happens when you get it inside. Maybe the man who's guarding Silva goes for the block, doesn't get it, and here comes Silva just tippy-toeing in to lay it in.
He does complete the three-point play. By the way, that's the third foul on Pierce Spencer. A big part of this Nicholls squad. As I mentioned a second ago, now with his third personal.
That's a good job by Silva to get out on
back door to Spencer. Wow, nice dish there from Lyons.
Was that beautifully done? God, Raji with another great, I mean, he's got great vision from the top of the key. He's made a couple of good passes on the backdoor cut.
Austin Bunch called him a strong, mobile big man, but Deshaun Davis with an answer inside. 6 points for Davis. Gordon trying to take it inside, the ball away from the elbow. And Silva getting the rebound. I don't think he really had to jump to get that board. By the way, Silva right now at his average in his 12th minute in this game. Malone Key trying to battle in the paint. And a 3-second violation.
Had opportunities. It's a very unselfish Oregon State team. Sometimes too unselfish. You can't get in that lane and make multiple passes without getting a 3-second call.
But I imagine if you're Wayne Tinkle, you want to see it because that's been one of his criticisms of his team so far this season is that sometimes there's been too much individual play. You got to trust each other and buy in.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. And they are not individual tonight. And they have shared the ball and another turnover. So there's been a lot of turnovers by both teams tonight.
And you see Wayne Tinkle, a tremendous career here at Oregon State, trying to climb the leaderboard, all-time wins. Chasing Bob Hager, just needs one more to tie him way back in the 1920s.
And I don't remember that.
I wasn't going to make it, you know.
I know. I have no recollection of that one. Ralph Miller, I do.
Second foul charge to Roman Silva. You didn't think I was going to make some sort of joke, did you?
I mean, you know,
I'm better than that.
The great Ralph Miller teams with, you know, Radford and Bloom and Johnson and Sitton and A.C. Green and my pal Lester Connor. I mean, they had quite a team. You know, they were unbelievable. And of course, the great Gary Payton years. You know, going all the way back. I remember Brent Berry playing here and Scott Haskins. Yeah. They had so many great players here. Great players.
As Gordon goes tumbling out of bounds. He wanted a foul call, but it's going to be a turnover on Nicholls. Number 13 on the Colonels.
There's a little bit of contact. There was some contact.
And as Davis gets a round of applause from the Gill faithful, and you know, going back to Wayne Tinkle, you know, he's brought a lot of success here, considering that before his arrival, this program only had 2 winning seasons in the previous 24 years before he came here. Remember that 2016 run to the NCAA tournament with GP2, and obviously what they did last year. He's had a good tenure here in Corvallis.
Well, what, 5 of the last 7 years, right?
Yep, have winning records. And Silva draws another foul. The big man continuing to battle down low.
It's been a Herculean effort by Silva tonight. I mean, he has really demonstrated that he can offensive rebound the ball. Very clever inside. You notice he doesn't have a lot of lift with that tendonitis, but he's got good hands. And if you give him a little bit of room, he's certainly got some finesse in there. And you love the way he shoots it from the foul line.
Second foul on Manny Littles. And yeah, he's had a good run tonight. 8 points, 14 minutes. We talked about it before, averaging about 12 minutes because of that knee. But he's put in some good minutes tonight here for Wayne Tinkle's squad. And now this, the largest lead of the night, with over 16 minutes to play here in the second. Alatiche out and running against his former team. Haynes goes off the that. Beautiful move.
Boy, how do you like that, Letitia? Kind of a switch hand. Made that move with his left.
6-0 Beaver run. Wayne Tinkle said he wanted his big man to step up a little bit, and that's exactly what he's done tonight. Ty Gordon momentarily quiets the crowd here at Gill with that triple.
And normally, Oregon State zones a lot. They will zone, but tonight, no. I think Wayne likes the way his team is playing man-to-man. They've kind of jumped out on plus. And Nicholls is a very good perimeter shooting team if you give him a lot of space.
Wayne Tinkle said they got to run him off the three-point line, and Gordon really dangerous down there. By the way, the first Colonel in double figures tonight. Alatishe throws it up off the front iron. And we'll get a flop warning. But Maury Alatishe, impressive on this fast break here for Oregon State.
Well, this is what Alatishe does. You know, get your hands active, you know, be aware and do a nice, look at this finish. Boy, bring it with the left.
When faced with a challenge, it's good to remember how you've overcome them before. Range Rover Sport, driven to another level.
Washington steps back to pass, throws a looper to Jackie Robinson, and it's complete for a first down.
It's important that we pay tribute to the people that came before us, who laid the groundwork for us.
Making sure people stay educated and that they have other outlets now because the athletes of the past have used their voice to open up those outlets.
Some of the accomplishments have been just incredible to this nation and to the world.
It's not just about MLK, it's not just Malcolm X. We're making change right now.
It's also a wonderful opportunity as a student athlete to interact with more people in the community and leave a lasting impact.
We have a lot of history to be proud of, and I'm glad to be a part of that history.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner. With access to financial advice, tools, and a personalized plan that helps you build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
18-point lead for the Beavers with over 15 minutes to play here in the second half. And to say it was an interesting day in the Pac-12 would maybe be putting it lightly. But we take a look at some of the breakout performances from the day. You've been really high on Terrell Brown despite the loss against Utah Valley.
Well, I've been really high and surprised that Terrell Brown. We knew he was a good player, but he's putting up big numbers, certainly for UW. And of course, Will Richardson with a breakout 19-7, and Oregon wins, and Marco Anthony with 11-6 as Utah won 55-50 over a good, by the way, Fresno State team. That's a solid win for Utah.
And Pepperdine is pretty good too.
They are
with
good.
Lorenzo Romar as head coach. You kind of expect that with any team. Jalen White off the pick. Back in the hands of Ty Gordon. Again, 12 points right now, 2 of 7 from downtown for the Southland's leading scorer, and he buries another triple.
Right, he's something else, isn't he? And you can see if Gordon gets going. Again, you're almost better jumping out and getting 2 guys on him, force someone else to shoot it. Easier said than done. Because I think Gordon's going to be super proactive from here on in.
And this is going to be a big stretch for Nicholls on a 6-0 run. Alatishe hauls in the loose ball. Ahmad Rand. We haven't seen a whole lot of him tonight.
Haven't seen him at all.
Flip it in.
Haven't seen him at all, as a matter of fact. I was waiting for Rand.
Especially his first minute on the floor.
And I thought he may be hurt because I felt he played well against Texas A&M. Had a lot of blocks, and he's certainly active inside.
Caleb Huffman, he'll try a triple. And Manny Little skies for that rebound. Swooped in and got that one. Over Rand. Floats it in.
Not easy to get it over Rand.
We know how strong of a defensive player he is. Little's now with 9. Again, filling in for Devontae Carter, who is out tonight for Nicholls with COVID. And we'll get a foul on the other end. By the way, that's a big loss for Nicholls with Devontae Carter. Their second leading scorer was the co-HBCU Player of the Year last year, and they're also without Emmanuel Little, who's their top rebounder due to undisclosed reasons, I should say. They're missing a couple guys, and they're really trying to claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, obviously, you know, for Nicholls, you got to be at full strength, and if you're not, you know, it's going to cause some issues. And as we said before, they go after this game. Austin Clowns is going to take his team to Purdue. Who's, you know, I heard they were pretty good, this Purdue team.
A little bit. I mean, this non-conference slate that they have this season, I mean, it's brutal, but it's a good
Baylor,
test.
they played Baylor and Wisconsin before 15,000. They were ahead the whole game against Wisconsin, lost at the end. So they played just a fantastic schedule.
And granted, Wisconsin was out their top leading scorer in that one as Caleb Huffman slashes inside, but still a solid performance on the road for Nicholls, where they almost got the W in that one. And trying to get a win on the road, trying to claw their way back, but Oregon State still shooting the lights out. 59%, 38% from downtown so far, and a lot of that thanks to the man with the ball right now. Can he keep it going? He'll get another 3 at the line here. And we talked about it a second ago. I mean, just look at this schedule. At Baylor, TCU, Wisconsin, they're here in Corvallis, and then like you mentioned, they go to Purdue. I mean, talk about some good warm-ups before they hit Southland play.
Yeah, this is what happens with a lot of mid-majors. They, you know, obviously they need to raise revenue. They do get a lot of guaranteed money. And it's really important for small schools to get that budget up. So this is why they play these games. And then when they get back in the conference, they won't see teams as good as some of their preseason foes. So that's why they go on the road. It's great experience. You might get a win someplace along the line, but they've been in a lot of games. Now, Baylor got them pretty good.
Yeah.
But they were ahead of TCU. They were ahead of Wisconsin. I just think Purdue is one of the premier teams in the country that has a chance to win an NCAA championship. I kind of rate Duke 1, Purdue 2, Baylor 3.
Okay.
You know, Baylor, where did they come from? They won the NCAA championship last year. But I mean, nobody expected them to do what they're doing now. I mean, Coach Drew's been unbelievable. That to me has been one of the surprise teams in the country this year. Then I have Arizona 4.
I mean, we mentioned it earlier. Tommy Lloyd has been impressive in his first year in Tucson.
That might be an understatement. He's been impressive.
Ryan Maxwell can't get it, but gets his own miss. Gordon, wide open triple, knocks it down once again. Ty Gordon now with his 4th 3 of the night.
I'll tell you this, there's 13 minutes to go in the game. The Colonels are down. They're not out of this game. They are not out of it. Now, it's going to take a big effort to get back in, and Oregon State will have to help them. But don't think that this game's in the bag right now. It is not. Not when you have a guy like Gordon.
Here he goes right now. The kick out. Jalen White for another 3. Well, that would have been a huge triple. And we're going to get a foul on the floor against Oregon State. Again, Ty Gordon, kind of like what Jared Lucas does. When he gets going and he can feel it from deep or really anywhere from the floor, he's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, but Gordon's powerful. He'd make a great defensive back, wouldn't he, in football, or a running back. I mean, this guy would be unbelievable.
Strong athlete. Speaking of Lucas, passes on the 3 instead, pulls up from 16, knocks it down.
Tell you this, Lucas to me, when he shoots, it's almost automatic. When he's wide open like that, he just does not miss. Oh, here he goes.
Loose ball. Gordon able to save it, and off of Alatishe's leg.
Lucas is a guy, when he's open and he comes off screens, now he puts it on the deck here. Now that for him is like a layup. You know, it's a little 12-footer in the lane. But he's got a beautiful textbook release. Remember, Lucas, in high school, he had 5 50-plus games. I mean, this guy was one of the all-time leading scorers in Southern California basketball history. So scoring is not a real big deal to him. He's done it his whole career.
Set the Southern California high school record with 3,356 points.
That's a few more than I had.
It's probably about 3,340 more than what I had in my career. Out of bounds as it will remain with Nicholls on the other side. Oregon State trying to snap that 10-game skid. Under 12 to play.
On a spooky Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Sheriff, come quick. Rico's about to enter the transfer portal.
Rico, you don't need to transfer.
Have you seen the latest depth chart? I'd be lucky to play it down this year.
But you're only a sophomore. There's still time.
Rico's time is now. You know, never really saw much upside with Rico.
Hey, anybody need a punter?
We're good.
Oh, brought Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to State.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Advil Dual Action fights pain 2 ways. It's the first and only FDA-approved combination of Advil plus acetaminophen. Advil targets pain. Acetaminophen blocks it. Advil Dual Action. Fast pain relief that lasts 8 hours.
What makes my neighborhood great? The folk, the people, always finding a way. There's a lot of talent in these streets, all grinding for an opportunity. The court is where we push each other to grow, where lessons are taught. Because when we lift each other up here, we all get better everywhere.
And that's how you change the game for good.
I said that's me. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
60-42 Oregon State, under 12 minutes to play here in the second. Time now for our Old Trapper majestic moment. Warith Alatishe having a tremendous night and running the break here for Wayne Tinkle's squad.
Well, he really is. And talk about majestic moments. There goes Alatishe, switches hands and able to get it up with the left, steals the ball in the open court here. We take another look at it. That's our Old Trapper majestic moment of the game.
Having a solid night so far. 10 points, 6 boards, and we harped on it earlier. Wayne Tinkle told us during shoot-around that he kind of wanted him to have a breakout game, a bounce-back performance after not a rough, I don't want to say that, but kind of a quiet couple of games as of late for Warith Alatishe, but really having a good performance tonight against his former club.
Colonels just have not been able to make any outside shots at all. I mean, they just they've shot it poorly.
And you see it right there, 5 of 23.
Yeah, 5 of 23. Gordon's got most of those 5.
He's got 4 of those 5. Brand, extra pass. Alatishe puts it down, and he'll get a chance for a 3-point play. It looked like he got whacked in the face.
He did, and this kind of typifies what's going on tonight for Oregon State. Again, magnificent interior passing, very unselfish. They're all looking for each other, as he did get hit in the head here inside. But what a beautiful pass to get it around the rim. And this is what Oregon State has been doing. So ran that time, he's kind of wrapped around and gave it to Alatishe, who could finish.
Oh, yeah.
So let's face it, for Oregon State to do well this year, Alatishe is a focal point. Of course, Lucas is a focal. Those two guys got to beat this team.
And by the way, one thing that stands out to me, 12 assists for Oregon State. They're really being unselfish with the basketball. Here's another chance. Davis going all the way. And he's going to get a chance for 2.
Boy, where has this been the last month or so? And Wayne Tinkle saying for Oregon State. I mean, Davis, this time he's strong also, going right to the rim also and trying to finish plays, but stealing the ball, taking it to the rim, playing good defense, executing at the offensive end. Seems like every guy coming in for Wayne Tinkle has played well.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, like we said, Alatishe now with 13, Jared Lucas with 19, as Davis now has 8 points on the night, go along with 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Almost had a steal there. With 11 minutes to play here in the second, if you're Nicholls, you need a big run. Here's Spencer, can he get something going? That one's short. Davis once again, firing on all cylinders. Taylor, nice feed. Timeout, Nicholls.
Boy, this is how you play right here if you're the Beavers. This is what went on last year. This is what they did. They defended. They rebounded the ball. They converted defense to offense. So what happens when Deshaun Davis gives it up inside and Taylor scored? How do you like it, Oregon State?
Hey, I'm going to get some snacks.
Okay.
Oh, please don't leave me again.
Gene, I said I was sorry.
You drove away and left me at the station for 3 hours.
I came back. Gene always comes back.
Yep. Okay.
That's what you should be focusing on. I came back.
Right.
Because we keep talking about me leaving. Let's start talking about me coming back.
Yep. Okay. Going to get some snack nuts. Don't drive away.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I almost did it again.
Oh, I saw that.
I'll stay right here.
This sets up as a very big game in the Pac-12. And a perfect delivery. Touchdown.
See you later.
A game-changing play.
That's the way to get the crowd back into it.
Leave it with a W.
I've always been a fighter.
Couldn't be more proud of a group of players.
This thing's about to get really, really good.
Let me light the counter called Mama. I'm so hot to hell and I, yes I am.
When you're celebrating, keeping your devices safe and sound isn't always easy. Add affordable protection to the devices that connect us. Walmart Protection Plans by Allstate.
25-point Oregon State lead. And Dan, as we look back at that play just a second ago, Deshaun Davis, I mean, we just know that he can really share the basketball and can do it out on the break as well.
Well, I think Deshaun Davis has been the catalyst tonight, certainly for the Beavers. There, he gives it up inside to Taylor, who can also run the floor. One thing you notice about Oregon State, they can finish plays in the open court. Look at their field goal percentage for the year and what they're doing tonight. 3-point shooting. And the other thing, we talked about sharing 13 assists tonight on 26 field goals. So, you know, they've done a great job.
What about the play on the glass, too? I mean, just look at the difference in rebounding margin tonight. Another thing that Wayne Tinkle harped on this afternoon. They got to be more physical on the glass, and they've done that tonight against Nicholls. And by the way, speaking of assists, Deshaun Davis, 4 straight games with 6 or more assists. So continues to distribute the basketball extremely well. Nicholls, they need a big run in them as that one clanks off the back iron from Latrell Jones, as we'll get a foul down low.
Well, Oregon State, the last couple of times down, has gone back in their matchup. They're kind of a matchup zone. Why not? I mean, Nicholls can't make a 3 except for Gordon. So right. if you can contain Gordon and not let him shoot it, let anybody else try to get one up.
Raji Lyons at the stripe. He can't convert the first free throw. Has been a mainstay in Austin Claunch's program since the very beginning. You know, I talked to Claunch earlier today during their shoot-around, and he told me that Lyons' impact on the culture and the program is just irreplaceable. It's going to be a sad day when he's no longer coaching Raji Lyons. And, you know, not only attitude-wise, but you just see the impact he has. A big body down low for Nicholls that can really take up a lot of space.
Yeah, Raji has a good feel for the game. We've seen it tonight. He's an excellent passer, and he's a guy that I'm sure in the conference will score and block some shots. That was a very good block, did he? And I don't think there's any foul there. I thought the ball may have gone back off an Oregon State player. Yeah, Raji, that time, look at him come from the weak side here, and he gets Kalu with the block.
Called an offensive foul.
Oh, they called offensive. Okay,
yep.
They called offensive.
Nicholls hasn't made a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah, look, right after I said that this game's not over. Oregon State put a big run on. Finally, they well, it's Gordon.
Gordon, who else?
Yeah, who else?
Now his 5th three-pointer of the night, 5 of 11 from downtown. A solid night for the Southland leading scorer and the 3-time Southland Player of the Week. Jared Lucas has also had an impressive night as well for the Bees. Trying to shake his way around. Kalu passes on the 3. 4 seconds on the timer. Lucas for 3. Clapped it in.
Why not?
Right over the much bigger Raji Lyons, and Lucas now with 22 points tonight.
At 25 against A&M.
The kick out, extra pass. Spencer goes baseline right to the rack. Good take there.
Well, we know Spencer's a very good all-around player. He just has not shot. He's had some open attempts from the outside. And to my recollection, his only field goals have been drives to the rim.
Only his 2nd bucket of the night, 2 of 8. He's 0 for 3 from downtown. And again, a tremendous night for Jared Lucas. Again.
Well, he's a superb player. I mean, you look at Lucas and he's proactive. He's looking to shoot it. You can't give him any room. He was cognizant of the fact that the shot clock's going down. So, you know, he's a guy, and he needs to do this. You know, he can't do it every game.
Right.
But he needs to be the leader of this team and, you know, be proactive and look for his opportunities.
Again, a tremendous stretch for the junior guard. As he rattles in the first free throw. We mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. Averaging just under 19 points per game, 50% from downtown over the last 3 games. And, I mean, he's just been on a hot streak now the last 4 games.
And he's about an 85% free throw shooter. So late in the game, and you're in a close game, this is the man you want with the ball. Because he normally is going to make free throw. He can close out a game.
He's going to take a seat right now. And you see right here, this is what Wayne Tinkle has been talking about. Players trying to motivate other players, trying to be with them, encourage them, trying to get them to mesh together as one.
Remember this, last year at the start of January, early January, Oregon State only had 5 wins.
Right.
So think about it. They don't have very many wins now, but they go on a break, they win this game. They got Sacramento State coming up.
Look out!
So after the break, then they've got 3 conference games in a row at home with Colorado, Utah, and Oregon. Now, it's an opportunity for Oregon State to get on track. I mean, those will be difficult games, but they need to build on this one tonight. I thought this was such a big, big game for Oregon State. 10 consecutive losses. They have not closed games. They have lost some close ones. They played well against A&M in the first half, but Texas A&M took the game over in the second. They've got to right the ship, and they've done it tonight. So you look at the schedule. You come back on the 28th. You get Sacramento State. Hopefully you can build on this game and get by that one. Then you've got Utah, Colorado, Oregon. Gets a little tough too after that. You got to go to LA to play USC, UCLA, but still. It's a chance for Oregon State to get back on track.
9 points for Glenn Taylor Jr. tonight. 8.5 to play. And Silva gets called for the foul. And by the way, we mentioned it earlier about Roman Silva. Solid performance tonight. Right now at 9 points and 4 rebounds right now. That's going to be the 3rd personal on him. Both of those are season highs for Roman Silva, so a solid performance tonight. And we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. I know I sound like a broken record by this point, but you know, dealing with that knee tendonitis, he really worked hard in the gym during the offseason to really improve his body and slim up, trying to build upon that performance in the NCAA tournament against Tennessee. And you like to see him having a good performance here, but no bodies on the box out there as Ty Gordon knocks it down.
Fundamental mistake there. You know, a guy shoots a free throw and nobody screens him out. He's the wrong guy not to screen out because he ran it down, got his own rebound, and by the way, made another 3.
Yep.
I mean, he's an outstanding player. I mean, he really is. I mean, maybe he doesn't get as much showcase nationally as he should, but it wouldn't surprise me after this year if, you know, he ends up with an NBA team. This guy's got strong game, and he's got a chance to play at the next level.
Davis again. Fantastic. 76-51 as Davis now up to 10 points tonight. Acrobatic shot down low with his B's up big.
Okay, Davey, good game. Gonna be on tonight?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, see you later.
Pass it, pass it! Yes!
You wanna play one more after this?
Yeah, one more. Got him!
Yeah!
Oi! Keep it down! No, you keep it down!
Sorry, neighbors.
I can't stand mine either.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
A rich life is about more than just money. That's why at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, so you can build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
On the season finale of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Another season almost in the books.
Yep, it's gonna be a long off season.
Off season?
What do we do in the off season?
Off season?
Relax. We don't stop existing when the season ends.
Yeah, it's not like we live in some fictional town that's part of some elaborate marketing campaign.
What would it even be for? Dr. Pepper?
We're real people. It's not like we're the ice cold Dr. Pepper guy.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Pac-12 men's basketball is presented by Pacific Premier Bank, the official bank of the Pac-12, and by Allegiant Airlines. Together, we fly. Oregon State with a big lead, looking to snap this 10-game losing streak. And for Nicholls, Ty Gordon has really been the only bright spot offensively. How about this? His 6th straight 20-plus game tonight.
Yeah, Gordon's been impressive. And you know the defense is trying to stop him. I mean, they're trying to double up, come off the screens, don't give him any room. But yet Gordon, when he's open, he's going to make it, and he's so devastatingly quick in the open court. So a big game. So you look at the three-point field goal shooting, I mean, 6 of 13. So 24 points, just an outstanding game again for Ty Gordon.
Yeah, if you want to get into the specifics, you look at the numbers for the rest of this Colonel squad. It's been a tough night from downtown. Lions, ball away. That's Blue able to save it to Dexter Acano. Here's Davis, 3-on-1 up ahead. Silva off the pump fake and had it lost on the way up. It'll stay with the Beavers.
Now, we talked about Ralph Miller. He would have been proud of that fast break. The ball never hit the deck. I mean, when Davis got it, he just lobbed it down the floor. There was no finish that time by Silva, but it was a good-looking fast break, except for the end.
Taylor, baseline J. Latrell Jones lost it, and it's actually going to stay with the Colonels. Again, Ty Gordon, 24 points tonight as Jared Lucas will come back in for Oregon State, who's had the big performance for the Beavers. He also has got 24, 4 of 5 from downtown. Jones, that one rattles in and out. Over 7 minutes to play, Oregon State with a commanding lead.
This is a great opportunity for Wayne Tinkle and the Oregon State Beavers. You've got, a big lead, so run your offense. Don't be impatient. You don't need to take the quick shot. Let's see if we can get something off our execution. Boy, Davis is
nifty.
He's a difference maker. There's no question about it. I liked the way he played against Texas A&M. I thought he was strong there. He's defended tonight a lot better than he did in that game. But he's a catalyst. He's a guy that makes things happen, and he's an excellent passer. He's got that peripheral vision to find people on the floor, and I think moving forward, they've got a solid backcourt. You don't have Ethan Thompson, but you're not going to replace an Ethan Thompson. But I think when you've got Davis and Silva, the way Davis is playing, I think Oregon State will be okay in the backcourt. They need to get Alatishe playing well every game. Silva's got to give him some inside power. And I think Kalu has to get healthy because he's somebody that can really light it up from the outside and give a team a spark.
Yeah, you mentioned Maurice Kalu. I mean, he had a stellar start to the season. He was actually leading the team in points per average at under 13 games per game. 13 points per game, I should say, through the first 4, including a career-high 20 against Tulsa, but it's kind of been a struggle coming into this one. 25% from the floor, and like you mentioned, you're really big on him. He can knock down a big shot or multiple shots.
Well, here's the key with Kalu, I think. When he's not shooting well from the outside, and I think he knows that. He's got another steal. Here's a beautiful
on the breakaway in the jam. Here's Spencer.
Just to finish the point on Kalu, he has to defend and rebound. When he, you got to do that all the time.
Right.
But when he's defending and rebounding and not shooting great from the outside, he's going to stay on the floor because you think eventually he's going to get it going. But if he's not defending nor rebounding, then it becomes problematical if he's not scoring from the outside, and that's when he sits.
Foul on the floor as Dexter Akano put it on the deck. Another teaching moment from Wayne Tinkle. Yeah, like you mentioned, Oregon State can hang on to this. 6 minutes to go with a solid lead over Nicholls. You mentioned it before. This would be a big win because Nicholls, they're a really good non-Power 5 squad. There's no question about that. And if Oregon State can get some momentum going, they got that final non-conference game next week against Sacramento State, which originally was supposed to be played about a week and a half ago. Then they may have some momentum going into the not the tournament, but going back into Pac-12.
Right, going back in. And Wayne, one thing I'll say about Wayne, he has been really positive with this team through this 10-game losing streak.
Yeah.
It's easy as a coach to get down, and that translates to the players. If you're down, they're down. But their practices were, in my view, very strong. Everybody had really a good attitude. And I know in their heart, they believe they're going to get out of this and start playing some basketball. This is what Kalu could do. See, now, okay, that one didn't go down. You hustle back. Let's play some defense. See if I can get a rebound, get another opportunity.
Gordon hangs and goes off the glass again. Just took it right inside. Once again, Ty Gordon. Another stellar night.
This guy's going to play somewhere. He's a redshirt senior. He's going to play center for somebody next year.
Yeah.
I mean, he either be a big-time player overseas or he's going to get an NBA look. He's too good.
Oregon State without a field goal in the last 3 minutes. Would have been a pretty move there off the back tap. Gordon zips it inside. Littles with the easy finish.
Very unselfish by Gordon. I thought he was going to come up with a jumper, but he saw Little.
Akano hangs off the body.
I think another thing that's been evident with Oregon State tonight, Ben, is they got a lot of guys that can play. It's not just 5 or 6. It seems like every player that has come in, they can go like 9, 10 deep, and everybody's got a skill set where they can, be pretty active. They're very athletic. This is an athletic Oregon State team. And they can do that. See, he can make that shot. Didn't make it right there, but that's still a good shot for Kalu. You're going to encourage him to keep taking that one. Made a lot of them in the NCAA tournament last year. Sure did.
Yeah. 4 minutes to play. Reverse from Spencer won't go. It will stay with the Nicholls Colonels. Oregon State with a big lead. And Dexter Akano, you mentioned it before. A lot of players for this Beaver squad getting it done tonight.
This is called momentum. And there's no off season, just work that builds on itself over and over and over again. Because the only way is through.
Ray loves vacations, but his diabetes never seemed to take one. Everything felt like a no. Everything! But then Ray went from no to no. With Freestyle Libre 2, now he knows his glucose levels when he needs to and when he wants to. So Ray can be Ray. Take the mystery out of your glucose levels and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free. Visit freestylelibre.us.
When faced with a challenge, it's good to remember how you've overcome them before. Range Rover Sport, driven to another level.
Beaver fans happy with this performance tonight from Oregon State. Largest lead of the night at 27 with 4 minutes to play in this one. And time now for our jockey difference maker. I mean, is it really going to be anybody else other than Jared Lucas? Another stellar performance shooting-wise tonight. 24 points for the sharpshooter.
24 points, and again, doing it from deep. He's doing it from all over the floor. So, you know, just a special night again for Jared Lucas. He's played, really had quite a week.
Just on an absolute tear as Oregon State continues to wind down non-conference play. Jalen White balls away and gets that one to drop.
Although, how about Deshaun Davis tonight? He had 12 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, and 5 rebounds.
Great all-around player.
Yeah, for a point guard, pretty good. For a guy who controls the ball from the outside.
A lone key from just inside the arc, and Ty Gordon getting the rebound. Spencer, the runner in the lane. Off the back tap, controlled by Dexter Akano. He's out running. The lob, Alatishe, look out! Alatishe reaches for the sky and soars to the rack.
Having a little fun now.
That got the crowd amped up here inside Gill. And something else to cheer about. Big lead for Oregon State. Ty Gordon from long range. And Isaiah Johnson coming down with the rebound.
Big factor in the second half, I thought, for Oregon State. They had 11 turnovers the first half, only 4 in the second half, which is more like it. So you don't turn the ball over and you get opportunity after opportunity to score. This is a team that has quickness. They excel with Lucas from the outside. Davis is solid with the ball. And their offense has been really sensational. I mean, that may be one of the easier shots they've had. I mean, that was just point blank. They couldn't get it down.
Fired a fastball through the arms of Manny Littles, but we go back to that Alatishe throwdown.
Yeah, and Alatishe, this is what he can do. You know, this is a pretty good catch and dunk because the pass was not perfect, but Alatishe kind of corralled it with his left hand, and he plays way over the rim. You know, he's one of the outstanding 6'6" leapers and rebounders in the country, and when he's playing like this, Oregon State, you know, they got a chance to win every game.
15 points, 7 boards tonight for Alatishe. You know, the Beavers using a little bit of clock here as they wind down this one as they're going to snap this 10-game skid. Lucas, backdoor cut. Taylor, offensive foul. And that's going to be the 3rd on Glenn Taylor Jr. And Ahmad Rand will come back in for the Beavers. And I think we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We will.
It's really a situation where Nicholls, just stay positive. You know, you got to get everybody back healthy and in your lineup. We know they're a talented team. They have a superstar in Gordon. I mean, that's for sure. But he needs some help. You know, right. There's no doubt about it. Spencer did not have the kind of night he normally had. He's missed some easy shots. You know he's going to score much better than that. I was very impressed, though, by Raji Lyons. I think as the year goes on, you know, he's going to be a very good player in the Southland Conference, and they will bounce back. They've got a big game against Purdue. You know, that's going to be a tough game to win. But after that, they're going to come back home. They're going to get in the league, and I suspect this is a team that's going to win 20 to 25 games this year, and we'll probably see them in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with you. I would not be shocked whatsoever if this team goes on to win the Southland Conference tournament and we see them playing in March. There's no question. There's talent here.
And by the way, it would not shock me at all if they get in the tournament and win. Not only get in the tournament.
Right.
They could get in the tournament and win a game or two when they get everybody healthy and everybody rolling, because this guy Gordon is special. I mean, he's a guy that can go off a 35 on you at any time.
And again, they are the favorite in the Southland Conference right now. The defending regular season champs were one win away from making it to the big dance last year before losing in the Southland Championship game. Yeah, they got talent along with Ty Gordon. They're without their second leading scorer tonight, Devontae Carter. Again, he's out due to COVID issues. As we'll get a foul down low as Pierce Spencer tried to take it baseline, and that's going to be the fourth foul on Glenn Taylor Jr. Well, now with a little bit of confusion, that's actually now his fifth foul. So Glenn Taylor Jr. is done for the night. As Taylor will finish with 9 points and a board for the Beavs tonight. So for Oregon State, like you mentioned, they needed this win against a solid team from the Southland Conference. Now the question is, Dan, how do you build upon this for the final non-conference game and heading it back into Pac-12 play?
It's easy at this point to build on it because you've got a lot of positive things you could say if you're Wayne Tinkle looking at the film and telling guys, look, here's the way we have to play to win, especially in a conference. You know, because there's so many good teams, there'll be a lot of close games, and we cannot beat ourselves. Look at the way we played in the second half, controlling the ball, controlling the tempo, not turning it over. We penetrated, we scored inside. I thought Silva was a big key in this game because he gave him some inside scoring. And with Lucas and Alatiche and Davis, you got three players that I think, you know, can perform admirably as the season progresses.
In the back to Maxwell as we approach 1 minute to play here in the ball game. It'll be the first win for Oregon State since the season opener here at Gill Coliseum against Portland State. Jalen White off the curl.
And don't forget, a year ago, Oregon State was a great road team. You know, they went on the road. You know, especially at the end of the year, they got a lot of wins. So you try to take care of business at home. I think Wayne Tinkle's going to be extremely happy with the way his team played tonight. And this is a solid win. This is a very good Nicholls team. I thought this game would be close. It was not. And the Beavers, you got to give them credit. They played well at both ends of the floor.
And speaking of Wayne Tinkle, by the way, he'll get win number 115 and tie Bob Hager. Shot clock turned off. Huffman takes it baseline, and we'll get 2 free throws with 7 ticks left. So now we'll go to the other bench. If you're Nicholls, obviously you have some guys missing, but how do you respond from this game, especially when you got a tough one coming up at Purdue?
Look, when you schedule these types of games on the road, traveling thousands of miles against good basketball teams, and Oregon State tonight was a very good basketball team, you know you're going to have to play an A-plus game to win. And especially coming off a hard loss at Wisconsin. They only lost by 3. They were ahead by 9 at halftime. This young guy, Austin Clouch, I think, you know, has done a fantastic job at Nicholls. He's going to regroup them. You know, young players are resilient. You know, okay, who's the next game? We got Purdue. We know that's going to be difficult. After that, we're going to get back home and we're going to get on a roll. So, great win by Oregon State, though. I thought a pivotal game for them. They came out and played and really did the job.
And again, we mentioned it a second ago, Wayne Tinkle is 115th win, leading the Beavs as Oregon State gets the W 83-61 over the Nicholls Colonels. A tremendous performance from Jared Lucas, 24 points, another 20-plus performance, goes 4 for 5 from three-point land. This is a win that Oregon State really, really needed. Big thanks to our producer, Jason Ross, our director, Dan Becker, and Dan Belamini, and the rest of our terrific Pac-12 Network crew, I'm Ben Crane saying so long from Corvallis, where the Beavs get the win, 83-61. So long, everyone, and happy holidays.
Welcome, everyone, to Salt Lake City on a beautiful night in the picturesque capital of Utah. Tonight inside Rice-Eccles Stadium, set up against the Wasatch Mountains. It's the game of the year in the Pac-12 to date. The third-ranked Oregon Ducks taking on number 23, the Utah Utes, in front of a sellout crowd. These are the two division leaders in the Pac-12 with 2 games left in the regular season. The winner of this game tonight will clinch its division. The loser could still get help tonight and clinch, depending on the result of the game between ASU and Oregon State. Camden Lewis will kick off. Oregon won the toss and deferred, so Utah elected to take the opening kickoff. Britton Covey is back deep for the Utes, and we're underway. Returnable if he wants to do it from the goal line. The 24-year-old, excellent return man. And he's across the 30, and an excellent start for Utah. And they have scored a touchdown on each of their opening drives of the last 5 games. They have Tavian Thomas back at running back.